There's a fight in boxing that I really desperately want to see, and that is Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. This fight must happen in 2024. It must happen in 2024. I'm desperate to see this fight. It must happen. It's such a good and interesting matchup, in my opinion. Obviously, next in early 2024, it looks like Tank Davis will be fighting Keith Thurman, which will certainly be interesting. And in a few weeks' time, Shakur Stevenson will be fighting Edwin Del Los Santos. So, both have got up and coming fights in the next couple of months. But after their next fight, I want to see Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. I feel like it's a big money fight, and I feel like it can sell good big pay-per-view numbers, in my opinion. Tank Davis, like, we all know how great he is. In my opinion, right now, he's the best fighter at lightweight, in my opinion. Shakur Stevenson, massive up-and-coming star as well. Tank is as well, so, both big up-and-coming stars. Stars already, really. But, both will keep on improving still, in my opinion. To be fair, I still think that there's, a prime still to hit for both the two, and it's going to be really interesting to see. And, if we can see these two clash in 2024, it's the right time to see it. It really is the right time to see it, in my opinion. And I feel like there's many ways that this fight can go. I think you can definitely make an argument for Tank Davis to win, and I think you can also make an argument for Shakur Stevenson to win this fight as well. And, how many pay-per-view buys could this do? So, Tank and Ryan Garcia did 1.3. Could this do more? I reckon this could at least get 1 million, in my opinion. I honestly believe that Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson could reach 1 million pay-per-view buys. I don't think it'll do more than Tank and Garcia, but I feel like it can at least reach 1 million pay-per-view buys, or at least not like 900k or something like that. I feel like this is a big money fight in boxing, in my opinion, which, many people are interested in, and we must see it, in my opinion. How do I think the fight would go? I think it's really interesting. Both guys are so extremely skilled. I feel like, Tank's going to be wanting to go for the knockout in this fight, and he's going to be wanting to put the pressure on Shakur Stevenson. And I feel like Tank Davis needs a fast starter. Tank Davis, he's never usually known for his fast starts, but against Ryan Garcia, he actually got a good fast start, doing well in round one, then eventually dropped Garcia in round two. So, was dominant throughout that fight, really, to be fair, Tank. Putting the pressure on Ryan Garcia really well. But I do feel like Shakur Stevenson's definitely more skilled than Ryan Garcia, and it's definitely going to be a tougher guy to put down. And Shakur Stevenson, very defensively sound. He's really good defensively, Shakur Stevenson. He's got really quick hands as well. I feel like Tank's footwork's underrated. I feel like Shakur's footwork might be a bit better than Tank's, but Tank's definitely got really underrated footwork. I think Shakur holds the speed in this fight. I feel like he's got better defense than Tank, but I think Tank carries the power. Tank carries the power, in my opinion, and Tank can outbox you like he can. He was able to outbox Garcia, then knock him out. But, in this fight, I see Tank being able to fight on the, taking the front foot, but I see Shakur Stevenson being able to box well off of the back foot in this fight, if it happens. So, there's a possibility of other things happening, but Tank's going to want to come out full pressure, in my opinion. I feel like Tank's going to want to try and rough, Shakur up on the ropes, get his work done there, but it will be difficult, though, because Shakur, he's got great boxing IQ. He's got really good boxing IQ. So he's going to be hard to wrap up on the ropes, and he's really hard to get something done on him. Like, you can't really do what you want to with Shakur. But Tank's got that power. Great body shots he's got. And, up top, he's very good as well. Tank puts his combos together really, really well. Hits ridiculously hard as well. But Shakur doesn't hit hard. Well, I mean, you can't really say that. He doesn't hit as hard, like, compared to a lot of these lightweights. Shakur Stevenson doesn't hit hard compared to a lot of them. But he's very quick, picks his shots really well, and can just simply he can just simply overwhelm you with his quickness and really try and wear you out with that. And Shakur Stevenson's good at tiring out his opponent. Tank Davis is also really good at tiring out his opponents as well. So I feel like it's such an interesting matchup in my opinion. It's a good, unpredictable matchup. I'm not going to make a full-on prediction here of who I think will win. I'll do it closer to the time. Hopefully this fight happens. And I feel like it's a difficult one to predict as well. What I would like to see from Shakur is, I think he does need to go to the body a bit more, but I feel like Tank, he'll go to the body, he'll, really try and work the body in the Shakur fight. But Shakur's not, neither of these two are going to stand there and take punishment, no. They're not going to fall. I can't see either really falling into traps and letting the other guy do what they want to them. Shakur's not going to let Tank wrap him up on the ropes, but I don't think Tank's going to, I can't see Tank I can't see Tank easily falling into Shakur's traps or easily falling for his feints. I don't see it, but we know how well Tank sets up that right hand. He sets it up so well, and Tank's got so many tricks up his sleeve. But Shakur's got so many good tricks as well. It's such an interesting, fascinating fight in my opinion. It really is. Shakur's got the speed, Tank's got the power, but they're all both ridiculously skilled. Great footwork. Shakur's got good defense. I feel like Tank's offense is really good. I feel like defensively, Tank, in my opinion, it can be worked on. But Tank is still quite strong defensively as well, but not up to the standards of Shakur. Offensively, though, I think Tank definitely holds the advantages over Shakur 100%. It's a really interesting fight. It's a really interesting fight. A boxer versus a knockout artist. Oh, it's a hard one to predict, but, I'm looking forward to it. It must be made. It must be made. It's a big money fight, and if it does happen, I actually feel like it will be 50-50 because lots of fights that we've seen this year in boxing, which are meant to be 50-50, haven't been. I honestly feel like if we see this fight next year in 2024, I feel like it could definitely be fight of the year. Honestly, it must happen.